We finally made it to the last part of What If Naruto Had Decay, and honestly guys, I could not be any more excited to do this one. I think it's actually going to be a little bit of a shorter one just due to the fact that I had no idea how many chapters I actually ended up covering last night, but I do hope you guys go on to enjoy the finale nonetheless. That said, if you guys enjoy it, you know what to do, but without any further ado, enjoy.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Chapter 9, Gaara's Kidnapping and Naruto's Ridiculous Power. This episode starts off with a bit of a time skip, 3 years to be exact, with Naruto in the paranormal liberation front, with Naruto now being as powerful as Shigaraki is in My Hero Academia's final arc. He has all of his quirks in one form or another, and during the 3 years they've been planning a war on the Akatsuki, Naruto has been made a Kage, but not the Hokage of Konoha. Tsunade told Naruto to resign as a Konoha shinobi and become the Kage for the Paranormal Liberation Front. Naruto agreed with her decision and did so, as he is called the Meta Kage and has become the 6th great nation. Everyone in the Paranormal Liberation Front is Jonin or above the 9 lieutenants. Are all Kage level and are easily on par with the tailed beasts, while not even using all of their quirks, and the Leaf and Liberation Front allied with each other, and the Wave Country has willingly become a part of the Paranormal Liberation Front, with Inari actually unlocking a quirk that allows him to create explosions out of his palms or feet because his sweat is similar to nitroglycerin. That's actually very interesting. Anyways, he had almost become arrogant but was quickly humbled by Naruto, who did not want any arrogant people in his village. Naruto sitting down when a messenger Hawk enters his window with a letter and he would read it, and signs writing back that he will come as the Kaze Kage. Gaara was kidnapped by the Akatsuki, who are all still after the tailed beasts but have yet to replace any of the 3 members killed. He then asks Dabi to take his place while he goes off and goes in search for Gaara, to which he tells Dabi that he'll be back, and Dabi would nod, Naruto taking off and arriving in Konoha seconds later due to a teleporting quirk that he would have stole from someone who tried to attack his village. Then him and the rest of Team 7 and Team Guy headed to Suna with his teleporting quirk, shocking Temari, who was sent by the village, and asks if someone can heal Kankuro, which Naruto does, and then they head where Temari said the Akatsuki were heading. They end up arriving, and Naruto would instantly decay the boulder at the entrance, alerting the Akatsuki who were sealing Shukaku. They would immediately notice Naruto and order the 2 known as Deidara and Sasori to kill him, which Naruto appears next to Deidara and would kill him instantly, decaying his body before explosions could even go off. He then decays Sasori's puppet and dodges Senbon at him when he rushes and decays Sasori's heart, killing him and turning to the Akatsuki as he tells them that he's declaring war on them and he knows where they are, so prepare. And after this, he picks up Gaara and teleports back to Suna, healing Gaara, and as he does this and leaves the Leaf, the teams of Suna, and goes back to his village, he would tell his people about the war on the Akatsuki and how it has started, and to prepare. Everyone ends up agreeing and they would begin preparing for this altercation, with Naruto teleporting them on top of the Akatsuki's base and would begin what will be known as the greatest ninja war in history, or the quickest ninja war in history, the Ninja Paranormal Liberation War. Naruto grins under the hand of his face and says, "So let the climax begin." And what happens after this is we jump into chapter 10, the Akatsuki's defeat, and Obito and Madara's reveal. As everyone starts fighting, Naruto begins heading towards the Akatsuki member known as Pain, as everyone else is handling Zetsu and other members. Once Naruto knows Pain can sense him, he flares his chakra and sits on a chair waiting for Pain to arrive. Finally, 6 people with orange hair and black rods in them and Akatsuki cloaks on, with all of them having purple eyes and rings around the pupils, Naruto identifies this as the Rinnegan, making this the 6 paths of pain. Pain begins to tell Naruto that it was a mistake fighting them, and he will lose because he is a god while Naruto is only human. Naruto chuckles at Pain's arrogance and rushes to the path with the long hair, decaying it entirely, killing it. Naruto then looks at the path that was talking and says to stop talking and fight already, because all of this mongoling is boring. He then rushes at a path that has no hair and shoots red and black tendrils through it, killing it and taking its abilities, which absorb chakra and then instantly decays it. From here, Naruto also noticed that the paths are puppets and the black rods are chakra rods that are linked to the user, so he rushes another path that was about to use the summoning and would kill it, taking out the black rod and then decaying it so that the puppet could sense the chakra, and decides that he can beat the 3 puppets and still have enough time to kill the real one and be back. So he kills another 2 paths and he then stares at the last one, which has orange spiky hair and what seems to be the most powerful path. Naruto rushes it, but would be blocked by some sort of air barrier. Naruto then rushed again, and the path would barely dodge, telling Naruto there is a cooldown between uses of the air barrier. And Naruto then rushes again, being knocked back, but he would be able to easily recover, and rush again instantly, decaying the final path, using his immense speed to bypass the 5-second mark, and using the fact that Pain told him the truth to his ability to instantly take advantage of the 5 seconds. Naruto then teleports to where he senses the real Pain and would see a poor excuse for a human, let alone someone who calls themselves a god. A pale, anorexic man looks up, glaring at Naruto, shooting sticks from the contraption he's in as Naruto dodges, and then Naruto decays the man, not noticing the eyes of the man were being warped out of existence. Naruto then goes to see how the others are doing and sees everyone won, when all of a sudden a masked man appears and summons a huge human-like statue that starts killing people left and right, when Choji comes out of nowhere and engages it, following him all of the shinobi reinforcements, allowing the Liberation Front time to rest for a bit, and then Shikamaru and his team go to Naruto and tell him that the masked man is a man who claims to be Madara Uchiha, and that he's used the reanimation jutsu to summon his own forces, made mostly of past Kages and S-rank ninjas. Naruto nodded and said he's going to confront the man and leaves. When he leaves, a huge explosion goes off, made from Inari, who made a new move called Howitzer Impact, which is him spinning and creating an explosion, creating a huge amount of force, which creates a massive explosion. With Naruto, he ends up meeting a man named Killer B, who is the 8-Tails Jinchuriki, and they continue forward and end up meeting the masked man head on, who also has all of the other Jinchuriki. They start fighting and Naruto creates a shadow clone for every army unit to help. As soon as the fight starts, Naruto begins to escalate it, asking Kurama if it's possible to make his chakra reserves only Kyuubi chakra. And Kurama says he can, but he will need time, and he won't be able to do anything but heal and decay along with his movement. Naruto says to go for it, and Kyuubi begins. Naruto starts to decay the forest and ends up decaying the entire thing, creating a dead wasteland. The masked man then turns to the other Jinchuriki in their half-tailed beast form and continues the fight, as B goes into his half form as well, and Naruto would still be fighting when he backs off all of a sudden and his body shoots into pain. He falls to the floor but looks up smirking, realizing that Kurama had just finished, and now he has all tailed beast chakra running through him, and that will boost everything he has to his arsenal to phenomenal levels. Naruto then gets up and decaying everything, the 2-Tails Jinchuriki back to her normal state, when she disappears and is in that statue again. Naruto then gets hit with a tailed beast bomb and comes out healing the hand that was on his face burnt and about to fall off. Naruto then takes the hand off of his face as his face heals and looks at the masked man who turned all of the Jinchuriki into full-tailed beasts, and they're all charging up their tailed beast bombs. Naruto decays the ground, making them all miss and hit around the reinforcements whom just arrived, and the whole day after fighting a new person arrives, being Madara Uchiha. Naruto rushes the masked man, decaying the mask, and the man's sleeve, Madara, looks at Naruto and says he is the strongest of the shinobi side right now. Naruto ignoring this, as Kakashi then says the masked man is Obito, his old teammate that he thought died in the Third Shinobi World War, as suddenly the ghetto statue eats 2 barrels that had Kyuubi chakra in them, and Madara says his plan was to cast an infinite genjutsu, so everyone could live in peace in their own ideal world. And so begins, finally, the biggest war in the history of the Naruto universe, with this being the final chapter. The Ten Tails and Shinobi alliances win. A new era of peace. As Madara finished revealing his plan of the ghetto statue, the statue itself started to transform into something Kurama called the Ten Tails, which then started to charge up a tailed beast bomb and would fire it out, when suddenly it would disappear and 5 ninja would arrive. Sasuke and the previous 4 Hokage, which means Naruto is looking at his dad right now, and Minato looks back and sees Naruto asking if it's him, to which Naruto nods and Minato smiles at how powerful his son has become. Then, Naruto starts to decay the ground under the Ten Tails, knocking it off balance when it tried to shoot the strategist of the Shinobi Alliance. The Ten Tails falls on its side and then begins to transform into a taller, skinny version. As the fight continues, it eventually becomes a giant plant and tries to kill everyone. When Naruto starts to decay it again, when suddenly Obito runs in, absorbing it, and becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Naruto starts fighting Obito, who hits Naruto, who would continue healing as the fight would go on, and Obito's body would begin to break because he can't handle the Ten Tails. Suddenly, Naruto decays Obito's side, realizing the Ten Tails releasing. Obito then snaps back into reality and starts helping the Shinobi Alliance side, now that Madara, was on the other side, and Madara would begin to absorb the Ten Tails, as he has the Rinnegan in one eye, and he starts to fight Naruto, grabbing him mid-air and using fire to start burning him, when Naruto shoots black and red tendrils through Madara, injuring him and confusing him because he can't heal the tendril wounds. Then, as Madara leaves, Naruto he goes off and fights a guy who uses the 8th gates. Once Naruto fully heals, he rushes in and uses air cannon to knock back Madara's truth-seeking orb, and Madara then looks up to Naruto, who is scarred but healed up nonetheless. Then Naruto's body starts to split apart, but he heals again, as this is the beginning of the final fight in the war. Madara and Naruto begin fighting, and Madara and Naruto are fighting in the air, causing air pressure to be flung everywhere. Madara yells, "You're getting in the way of my dreams, Uzumaki!" Naruto then yells, "That's exactly why I'm here!" as he shoots his hand forward using air cannon, causing an explosion of air pressure yet again, and injuring his arm as his hyper regen is slowing down and he's pushing the kid and his body to its limit. Madara gets hit hard and begins to think that this kid is pushing my regeneration to its limit, and he has to end this fight fast or he's gonna be losing at this rate. Then Madara coughed spit as Naruto hit him again and again. Naruto's body beginning to ache everywhere, but he couldn't stop. He couldn't stop here. He had to win, or everything his life held would be meaningless. Naruto then yelled, "I refuse to lose here. The world belongs to me, and only I get to destroy it." Everyone else was watching in awe as Madara and Naruto clashed repeatedly in the air. Madara then used Lightning Fang, and Naruto responded with a redirect, launching the laser back at Madara. Then Madara gave a backhand towards Naruto, making a huge gust of wind, only to be shocked when he sees Naruto caught it with his mouth, and Naruto launched a counterattack at Madara's stomach, blowing a hole right through the man, causing him to cough out blood. Naruto then began to think that there's gotta be something he can use to beat this guy, and Madara was thinking the same thing. The fight was no longer just the end to a war, it was deciding the factor of what the world would become. If Madara won, everyone would be permanently stuck in a dream with no way of returning, and if Naruto won, everyone would become equal. Everyone could do what they wanted no matter what held them back. These two ideals are currently clashing with each other to take place, but only one can win. And suddenly, Naruto threw his hand out and grabbed Madara's face as he shouted and used his Decay, Air Cannon, a new ability he made called Black Whip, to destroy Madara's body, who also shouted, trying to resist, but ultimately failing and being destroyed entirely. Every single cell in Madara's body was completely obliterated, and everything went completely silent, when suddenly, Naruto's body would fall to the ground, being the victor of the fight in the war, when suddenly everyone began cheering at the end of the war and began sighing in relief and relaxing. Dabi ran up to Naruto's body and picked him up as he was completely unconscious, and finally, everyone was allowed to return to their villages. Naruto was taken back to the Meta Liberation Front's base, and a month later Naruto opened his eyes grinning as he would groan and finally remember what had happened. Quickly shouting up and looking around to see Dabi and Freeze Dabi come in and Freeze, laying his eyes, and the now awake Naruto would be heard as he says, "It's done, boss?" Dabi asked before giving a gentle smile, and the only Naruto smile he ever saw from the man, and said, "You won, so enjoy the new world you made, alright?" Naruto smirked and looked out the window thinking, finally, I can achieve my dream world, where everyone can do whatever they want. Finally, this world is finally gonna be free, and peace can run amok now. That's gonna be the end. And that concludes What If Naruto Had Decay. I think that this story was actually pretty sick, and I love the fight scenes by the author. The only little note that I would have was the fact that there was not a lot of commas and exclamation points and all that stuff, just to give me points to pause it. That was the only struggle I had, but I hope you guys love this series nonetheless. And if you did, please go ahead down below and smash the like button, seeing as it only takes 1 second and it actually makes the biggest difference in the world. You guys don't understand. Like, this video getting more views helps your boy out with motivation and stuff like that, and it helps the channel do so much better. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, and just comment down below what you guys thought of today's video, and if you guys are gonna be watching the movie for What If Naruto Had the Reaper's Dojutsu. That one's almost going to be coming to an end as well, and I think that that one's going to be dropping alongside today's video as its own individual part. That said though, ladies and gentlemen, it has been your boy Xehther, and I am out. Peace.